Hello, and welcome back to Whole Lotta with me, Nathan, and the boy.
Justin, it's been a little bit, and we apologize for that. Life has gotten a little busy for me. Just hard to do things. But we're here, and we're happy to be back.
Hey, it's good to be back. What do we have this episode?
This is an interesting one. This is the first episode where we haven't bought the product, and it's not sitting in front of us, and it's not, we're not playing around with it. Because it would have been a little difficult to do
what
we're about to talk about.
A bit much.
Yeah. We're going to be talking about our favorite or notable, whatever you want to call it, Halloween decorations.
Yeah. So we have kind of gave them 4 categories. And so for the first category, we're going to talk about like the inflatable decorations.
Yep.
Some of them were pretty cool.
Yeah, some of them are super cool. Some of them,
not as cool.
Yeah.
Some of them, you get like the giant inflatable ghost and stuff like that, like 4 feet tall or something. Some people had like little cauldrons with like witches' legs in them.
Yeah, that one was cool. There was a cauldron with like the witch's legs. Looks like she fell in there. I like that one. Usually for me, my favorite type of the inflatables are usually like the humorous ones, because like it's really hard to take something like that seriously. They're almost never scary.
Yeah,
because they're balloons. So the more humorous, the better. Like that witch one, that was pretty funny. But some of them look pretty neat. Like, I'm not a huge fan of like the random, especially Christmas. Maybe like Christmas, I think is the one where it pisses me off the most. Maybe not Halloween, but like the random licensed characters on your lawn, and then just place a Santa hat on top of it, and it's a Christmas decoration. No, it's not. No, I don't
imagine this: Mickey Mouse, pumpkin on his dead Halloween decoration.
Oh wow! Oh my god!
Creative, right?
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's great. I'm not a huge fan, I guess, of the licensed ones, but on the drive home, I did see an Ursula inflatable that was pretty big. The chick from
Chick-fil-A, right?
Yeah, from Chick-fil-A, My Little Mermaid. My Little Mermaid, A Requiem for a Dream. And that was pretty cool. I've never seen that before, so that was neat. But yeah, usually I like the humorous inflatables. I think they're a good touch. And don't disregard the message I'm sending here. That's just, so it's there and I can see it. What about you?
Yeah, I like the inflatables. Some of them pretty sweet. Like, I didn't see it today, but I think there's somebody with like a giant inflatable like Frankenstein that they usually put up. And then some of them not as cool. I think some people get like inflatable pumpkins, and
that's stupid.
Yeah, it's not really cool, even if they've got a funny face or something.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid.
But I think I would put inflatables number 1 on the list right now.
Yeah, I don't really have a choice, so I will put it at number 1. I will also
the price. We went to Spirit Halloween.
Oh yeah,
and the prices were ranging from, I think I saw one for like about $20, another one about $40, and this pretty big one about 4 feet tall. So you can get something pretty good for a decent.
Terrible.
Yeah, not killing the bank.
For Halloween, I don't think we've ever done inflatables in the past when we used to decorate.
Inflatables for any holiday.
Oh wow! Oh, we do for Christmas.
Oh,
and Halloween. Okay, yeah. Well, inflatables for now is number 1. So, with that being said, and if the flag button would work, thank you. What is our first topic?
So, we did this for movies before, movies and TV shows.
Before we get into this, I'm sorry. I wanted to say this in the beginning. Completely forgot. You'll probably, for the 3 people that are still listening, probably be wondering, like, where's the rest of the Studio Ghibli stuff? We're going to talk about that in the next episode, once we finally see Spirited Away in theaters, it's showing between October 28th and November 1st. So we'll talk about the rest lumped in with Spirited Away. So in a couple more episodes, we'll round all of that up and finish the Studio Ghibli Fest adventure that we've been on. Anyway, sorry, continue.
So we did it before in TV shows and movies. We're going to this time for video games. That's hated tropes and cliches in video games.
This was a lot harder to find stuff than it was for movies. Yeah, and I guess because a lot of these things could be, boiled down to like, oh, it's like a mechanical decision or like a bug or like just laziness from the developers.
Then
not necessarily
I think the
a trope.
other thing is with like a TV show and a movie, there's like a set time, so you see the whole thing and you get the whole idea of it. But with a video game, that can be from like 2 hours long to like 30 hours long to see the whole progression of the story and get all the tropes and the cliches. And then in video games, a lot of the content is fighting and not so much characters talking. So it can be hard to pin down the cliche side characters and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's, the interactivity definitely makes it a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
Well, what's your first one?
So my first one, so I guess you could also have in TVs and movies, but something that I'm kind of getting a little bit annoyed of is when they make the demons the good guys. I don't completely hate it, but I feel like it's kind of being overdone. Like, look how creative we are. Demons, the good guys. Whatever church is the bad guys and that crazy guys. It's like, maybe it was a few years ago, but now every game and everything kind of does it. I would kind of like the demons to remain demons and just be the bad guy.
Yeah.
If at all possible.
Yeah. That also opens up a whole new can of worms. I didn't think about that, of just like unnecessary religion bashing. Well, a specific religion in media. But, I'm biased because I'm slightly religious. Whoa, sue me. But I'm not going to go down that road. But interesting. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, it is kind of annoying. Just, I mean, like, if you're going to have, like, clear bad guys, like, just make them the bad guys.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing, too, isn't that it's being done at all. It's just that it feels like it's always done this right now, every time. Except for, like,
it's
Doom,
done for the sake of,
like 1v everybody.
Yeah, I love that. Love it so much. It's done. It feels like sometimes for like the sake of being like, quirky, edgy, and different, but like it's been done. It's been done a lot. Just stop. Okay, fair. First one for me, and probably the biggest one for me, is when the protagonist does not like killing the villain for some strange moral reason because he doesn't want to stoop to his level or anything. That shit pisses me off to no end. You just went through this entire, nth hour experience of this guy rampaging your life or whatever and making your life miserable, and you finally get the chance to end it once and for all. And you're like, I'm going to take the higher ground and I'm just going to throw you in prison. No, dude.
That's even if they go to prison. Because then, like, post-apocalyptic games, you just walk away.
Yeah, you just walk away.
Man, this person has done like heinous things, and like they get like a quick sob story in, and it's like, I don't care, brother. I mean, not only did I have the same messed up background as you did, but now I also have everything you did to me on top of that. So
yeah, exactly.
I don't know what you want from me.
Yeah, I don't know what you want from me. Yeah, I hate that shit. It's one thing if it's like a choice and like a multiple choice ending. Yeah, that's fine.
I think that's fine too.
Yeah, but if it's like, if you're forcing me to not get the catharsis of watching the life drain from his eyes, no, I need to see that.
Yeah, at least give the choice. Like, come on.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, that always pisses me off, because then I think what pisses me off even more is it's not even, it's like, yeah, okay, the lack of catharsis is real, and that sucks. I need to feel that like relief. But what sucks even more is that, like, I feel like a lot of developers, even in, like, you know, movies and TV shows, directors, writers, whatever, take advantage of that. And then they use that as an excuse to continue, like, you know, a second season or a sequel. And it's the same villain. And it's like, you could have just fucking killed him.
It's like, we had this solved, but now we don't.
Yep. I'm looking at you, Avatar Way of the Water. Holy shit. I hated that movie. And
so you saw it?
Yeah, that was not a good movie. And let me tell you, that ending, you know, spoiler alert, it's just like exactly what we're talking about. It's not because, like, the hero wanted to stoop to his level, or it wasn't necessarily a moral thing. It was because, like, it was like the dude's father or whatever, but it just makes no sense. And the way they do it, it literally screams set up for the sequels. I understand that they're making like 7 of these movies and they have to do something to keep it going, but like, you could have made it a little less obvious that you're just here to set up the sequels.
See, what they showed on for the sequel is the blue dude, main character, has a kid, but the kid grows up and he's like looking at it, he's like, actually, I like the human stuff better. I think they're cool. I want to be on their side and have that turmoil be like the centrifuge of the next film. I like that.
I really like that, actually. That's like that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, it's creative, right?
Yeah.
See, those Hollywood writers are on strike and they couldn't even come up with something like this.
Yeah, come on, hire us. Let's go.
Yeah.
What's your next one?
Yeah, I kind of forgot.
Okay. Should I? You want me to move to mine?
Yeah, you can go for another one.
Okay.
Should I wrote it down before I
No, that's okay. That's fine. We're running out of time anyway, so it's all right. I can only think of one game that does this, but the game that, like, it punishes you for playing the fun way, like the objectively fun way, or the way that it, like, clearly was designed to be played, it punishes you for doing. And as great of a title as it is, as fantastic of a video game as it is, I am looking at you, Dishonored 1. How are you going to make all these cool weapons, cool map designs, cool ways to kill people in the most stylish and flashy way possible, and then actively, continuously yell at me and then give me the bad ending for playing the game how you wanted me to play it? There's like I don't know the exact statistics, but like 70% of the abilities in that game are geared towards killing people, and 30% of the abilities are geared towards not killing people. It's clear you want me to kill people, but then you say, no, don't do that. Shut up! I hate that. Pisses me off. It really does.
Yeah, I think that's like a fair one. Especially because, like, I was saying, like, a video game especially, it's usually gonna come across as pretty unintuitive to pick up on the, sometimes not even their underlying tones of, hey, we would prefer to be tried to do it but without killing people. Because I did not finish Dishonored yet, but I have played it. There's no, at least from what I remember, I don't remember anything pointing me in the direction of, hey, maybe we shouldn't just kill everybody. Like, there was nothing stopping me or making me think about it otherwise. I didn't.
Yeah. Ugh, it's annoying. But what can we do? All we can do is buy their products.
One thing we could do is talk about some Halloween decorations instead.
Oh, yes, like what?
Well, what about people that put up lights for Halloween? Like Christmas lights.
Yeah, I love Christmas lights for Halloween.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, like, some people, like, it can help set up the mood, I guess. But there are people that just did basically Christmas lights for Halloween, and I was kind of like, this is lame.
Yeah, some people definitely missed the mark.
Yeah, because I drove past a few houses and I legitimately was like, man, this person just put up your Christmas decorations already. Then I would look again and be like, oh no, that's Halloween decorations. Oh, okay, I gotcha. So yeah, I don't know. Not a big fan.
Unless the lights are like purple or orange.
Yeah, because there's some lights that are kind of almost more like a stage spotlight type of thing. They'll put up in front of a decoration. So those lights are cool.
Fine.
I like the icicle lights. I don't know, even in the Halloween colors, not that cool. Not that I'm trying to bash on somebody's efforts for putting up their lights, but...
No, that's exactly what we're doing, don't you? Yeah, the lights, I don't really have any attachment. Well, I mean, I didn't really have any attachment to blow-ups. I just liked them.
But blow-up dolls?
Yeah. For whatever. The blow-up lawn ornaments that we just talked about. Ass. The lights, though, I don't have any attachment whatsoever. I've never cared for Halloween lights. I've never put them up.
I like Christmas lights, though.
Yeah, Christmas lights, of course. Halloween lights? Nah. It's the only thing I could think of that's worse than Halloween.
Right?
Yeah. If you're just putting up lights, I'm sorry, but that's like F tier. The only thing that pisses me off more is people that decorate for Valentine's Day. That pisses me off. Don't do that.
You mad about that?
Yeah, I'm mad, and I'm gatekeeping people's happiness. Don't do that. It's a stupid, pointless holiday.
Why don't you just set the decorations on fire then?
You know, I think that's a great idea. This is the day I become an arsonist.
But yeah, I would for now put lights at 2 on the list, though.
Yeah, same here. Definitely not nearly as impactful to me. Oh, and how much would these things cost? Probably anywhere between like $5 to however many dollars you want to spend.
$20 for a decent sized box. If anything like Christmas lights.
Yeah. Okay. So next topic. I can't think of any clever transitions, unfortunately.
Come on.
Oh, it's your job, right? Excuse me. Oh, you said part 1. Is this something that we're going to return to?
Yeah, I mean, we can, but...
I like that. Okay. So this is something I don't think we've ever really talked about before, but like, what's on our mind? Like in this current moment, what are the thoughts, feelings, opinions, things that we're thinking about a lot recently that are just at the forefront of our minds?
Yeah, but maybe we won't do a whole topic about it, but just so you can kind of talk through it a little bit.
You go first, because I think whatever you're going to say is probably more lighthearted than whatever's on my mind.
Okay, well, I was going to say, like, sometimes when I'm driving and then I see our roads, kind of think back to, like, the Roman Empire's roads and how those roads have lasted for thousands of centuries. I do understand that's not exactly a one-for-one, considering cars and trucks and stuff were much heavier than what I imagine were traveling on the old Roman roads. It's the fact that they were designed so well to still be lasting. And, like, they used is pretty cool. Like, same thing with aqueducts. There's still aqueducts that are still used as, like, the water transportation system in some places in Italy. Just think that feat of, like, engineering. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, meanwhile, we live in, like, a relatively nice area that definitely has enough money to make sure that their roads are clean, upkept, and, you know, nice to drive over. But I'm pretty sure your average road in, like, Iran is better than whatever we have here.
That, but there's a chance, yeah.
Yeah, there's a chance. Yeah, it's an interesting thought. Kind of leads into our. Honestly, that would have made a great segue into our next topic, but we're not there yet. Anything else before we Switch.
So what else has been on my mind? Oh, do you have anything?
Yes, yeah. So mine is something that's been on my mind, the forefront of my mind for the last, I don't know, 4, 5 years now. And that's, I wish it wasn't, but it's the inability for me to be able to find proper occupation. I think about it every day, constantly. It also doesn't help the fact that at the end of this year, I get kicked off my parents' health insurance, and we were just talking about this in the car before podcasting, about different options. You know, I don't have a job. I don't have money. I don't know how I'm going to pay for the things that I need to get done, and I am currently getting things done that need to be get done, whatever, that require insurance, or else, you know, it would cost me like my arms and my legs. So yeah, it sucks because it's like, you know, you go to school, you get the paper, you put in all this effort, and then it's like you can't even find a job. And if you're lucky enough to even find a job, life has now become far too expensive to where good chance is whatever job that you've got is not going to be paying enough for you to be able to live your life. So yeah, that plagues me a lot. I'm sure it's, well, I know it's the number one contributor to my mental health right now, at least in terms of making it feel bad. It sucks, you know, I'm doing everything I can and can't get a job. Now, okay, you know, I guess I could go like work at McDonald's, but like, I don't want to do that. You know, I got my college degree. I want to go find something in the field that I studied for. But apparently that's too much to ask. You know, I it's too much to ask to find a job for what I went to college for. Now I know my area of study, film, isn't like, you know, the same thing as like becoming a doctor where you're like guaranteed to get a job and shit, I think. But like, I know I am not the only person going through this. There are millions, maybe even a billion or two people going through this exact same plight right now where they just can't find a job. That whole like workers crisis shit that the news was pushing last year boiled my blood. That was a straight up lie. I don't use the term fake news, but that was literal fake news. That it never existed. There is no workers crisis. I'm a worker and no one wants to hire me. I can't even get an unpaid internship. Unpaid internship.
Probably most of that workers' crisis was mostly for like minimum wage jobs. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But that's not what they made it sound like. You know, they made it sound like it was like a...
Made it seem like for everything, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was...
Yeah, if it was
mostly to try and be like, you guys just take these minimum wage jobs. Come on.
Yeah. And then, yeah, that's another thing, too. Like, again, right now, I'm sure I could go find some minimum job shit to slave my hours away, but do I want to do that? No. I'd rather be making no money and not ruining my mental health even more doing some dumbass shit, making zero money doing it, than whatever. You know, I just don't want to do that. You know, I'd rather sit here and not make money than make not enough money to do anything and then be sad on top of that because the work sucks. No, I'm okay. I've got enough problems I have to deal with. I don't need to add anymore. So yeah, that's what's on my mind. I'd love to stop thinking about it. You know, I'd love to stop thinking about it, but it is what it is. I will continue to think about it until the problem is solved. Anything else, Nathan, that's maybe not as suffocatingly depressing? That's that.
Well, it's gonna... I feel like it's gonna be a big tone shift now.
Okay.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's pretty cool that the Eagles are killing it right now.
Oh yeah, and the Phillies, I think too, right?
Yeah, they're in the playoffs right now, killing it.
I think we just lost the Phillies game, but
yeah, I think we just lost one of the games, but we got to the first round of playoffs believe we're in the second round now.
Yeah, I haven't been keeping up with the Eagles too much. They're doing well.
Yeah, undefeated. So for one of two teams still undefeated.
How many games have they played? When did the season start? I'm so out of touch with sports.
So we just finished week 5. We're gonna go into week 6 on Thursday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right, look at us go.
Yeah, all right. Nice heat.
Not bad.
Yeah,
that's not bad. Here's hoping. I'd love to win another World Series, and obviously I'd love to win another Super Bowl. That would be nice. Yeah. And if we could do it in the same same back to back.
Yeah, pretty crazy year.
Yeah, that would be nice.
The city would probably actually burn down.
Yeah, yes it would. Oh man, I really hope that happens. Not the city burning down, but the sports winning. That would just.
I think both would be good.
I mean, you didn't hear it from me, but yes, you would be right. But yeah, that'd be sick. So yeah, we'll keep tabs, see how things progress, and hopefully we snatch a couple more victories here. Yeah. Will be nice. Well, if there's nothing else, we can move on to the next Halloween decoration.
The next one is like kind of like statues and figures, I guess, stuff like that. The more hard plastic stuff.
And I guess, should we group in animatronics in this?
Oh, yeah. Animatronics would be in here, too. Yeah.
Nice. I'm a big fan of this whole genre of Halloween decoration. But, like, I feel like I don't see it enough. The static figurines have definitely increased the last 4 or 5 years, especially with those giant skeletons. Not going to lie, getting kind of sick of them. But I still like to see what
skeletons. Like the life-size one or like bigger stuff?
Like the big ones, like the massive, like 10-foot, not even, they're like probably 20 feet tall skeletons. It was cool at first and it was a nice novelty, but I feel like everyone has that huge skeleton. You know which one I'm talking about. Everyone has it. So the mystique has gone out the window for me, and it's kind of gotten a little annoying, but I do like to see what people...
Hoping for Amazonian goth giant statue instead of a skeleton.
Yeah, that would be great. And if it wasn't a statue and was real, that would also be cool.
And they would sad on him.
I can't even get a job, so I'm definitely not going to be able to get that. The skeleton, yeah, I'm kind of getting a little sick of it. I do like seeing what people could do with it, like pose-wise. But I've seen a lot of werewolves this season, which are pretty cool. We saw one with like glowing eyes. It genuinely looks terrifying. I would not walk up to the house if I was like a kid, or now, let's be honest, and I was at nighttime. I wouldn't walk up to that thing. No way. It was horrifying.
I don't think you should just walk up to random people's houses like that anyways.
That's my favorite pastime. And animatronics is like, that's something like you rarely see, and I guess I understand because they're not cheap. But I rarely see animatronics. Was like
$100. And
yeah,
a lot of them were more like $250 to $300.
$400, $300.
Yeah, some of them went up as high as $400, and honestly, the more expensive ones were kind of not even that great.
Yeah, they were super disappointing. Like some of them were really big. Like the size and scale was impressive, but like the movement, it would just like repeat the same tiny little thing over and over. It's not nearly worth $400. Like a giant
clown thing. It was about $400.
The clown killer spawn,
and like
killer clown outer space.
Yeah, and it was kind of lame because they played like that, usual clown music. But I was like, I don't know, this happy-go-lucky, like, circus fair music is kind of not making me super scared right now.
Yeah.
You don't have, like, the tension to go with it.
No, yeah,
especially with the stupid laugh it's doing.
Yeah. They had a Leatherface one, too, and again, the size was impressive, but, like, it just did the same motion over and over.
Yeah, I think that had like a real chainsaw, so like if it broke, there's a potential like a chainsaw cutting somebody's arm off. Would be a lot scarier.
Yeah, that would be sick. Yeah, that would be cool. There now, so yeah, the Spirit Halloween animatronics, I don't really think they're worth your money. Some of the smaller ones were pretty decent. There was this pumpkin thing that was like a Jack in the Box that scared the absolute crap out of me. I was not expecting that to happen. The smaller, cheaper ones, ironically, were better than the bigger, expensive ones. However, I have seen 2 animatronics that definitely did not come from Spirit. They're like much higher quality, so I'm sure they're expensive. There was one that used to be next door to Nathan's house, but apparently the people moved and it's gone. I'll tell a story with that in a minute. And then there's another one in my girlfriend's apartment complex. I still haven't gotten a really good look at it because it's on like a 2nd floor balcony, but it's like this weird like gargoyle with like horns, and it moves, it talks, its eyes glow in the dark, and it has like mist and smoke coming out of its mouth. It's sick. It looks awesome. I'm sure it costed a lot of money. I really need to get a closer look. But yeah, there's higher quality animatronics out there. I don't know where people buy them because it ain't at Spirit, that's for sure. But I'm sure they cost a pretty penny. Do you have anything to say before I tell the animatronic story? I don't want to cut off any thoughts or anything.
Nah, I think we're good for the stories.
Okay, so this was last year, which is crazy because it feels like yesterday. Like I don't know where the time went. But there was this like witch animatronic that his neighbors had, and to this day, I don't really know exactly what it looked like because every single time I saw it, it was at night. So I never got to see the features. And because of that, my brain took over and just filled in the blanks. And in my brain, it is the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. Every time I would look at that thing, I would just get filled with this insane sense of dread because I couldn't make out the features. But I remember one night, I think we were going to do the podcast. Maybe it was last year's Halloween episode, or I don't know what we were doing, but I pull up to his house, Nathan's house, and I think this is the first time I was exposed, my apologies, to the animatronic. I pull up and I look at the thing and I start to freak out because I'm like, what the fuck is this thing? I can't make out what this thing is. I don't know what it is. I didn't know it moved or talked at this point, but like I kept staring at it and I got scared. I'm like, whatever, I'm going inside. This thing's freaking me out. And then I walk up his steps and Nathan had this like tiny little witch on like a table next to his door that was motion activated. So when you walk past it would go like, yeah, or whatever. I don't know. And it would light up. And as I walked past that and that little witch went off, I still don't know how to this day it was activated, but the witch across the street also turned on and was just talking to me. I don't remember what it was saying. It was some sort of pre-recorded scary message that came with the animatronic. But I mean, it was like 12 at night. I'm alone on this street. There's no motion anywhere. I don't know how it got set off, but then I walk up to his door, the little thing goes off, and then I hear laughing and talking from behind me, and I turn around, and the thing's moving. And it was honestly, it was absolutely horrifying. And like the lights on the animatronic still weren't enough so I could see the rest of its features. So I still just kept seeing this like crazy amalgamation in my brain. My brain just kept filling in the blanks in the worst way possible. And now I'll never know what it looks like because it's gone forever. And it'll just remain as a terrifying thought in my brain. And I don't know how it was activated that night. I really don't know.
It's going to come back, steal your soul.
Yeah, it's going to Freddy Krueger me. Can't wait. Yeah, I think that's pretty much that. Where do you put these?
Honestly, because they can be so expensive, probably number 2.
Yeah, I'm going to put them at number 2. They're cool and I like them. And if I were to buy Halloween decorations, I'd love to get a crazy animatronic. But yeah, they're like really expensive. And a lot of them, at least the Spirit ones, don't seem worth it. So
yeah. Just think that look for a good one too.
I agree. Okay, clever transition into the next topic. The next topic is how did we word this in the car?
It's like
it's things that cross your mind that make you realize things could be drastically different. Like, I can't believe things are happening this way when they so easily could be happening a different way right now, but for some strange, stupid reason, they're not. That's the best way I could describe this next topic, this type of thing. So what is your first example?
So my example is the one that kind of brought up the topic.
Yep.
But every now and again, I'll just be like watching TV or something, and I'll be thinking about it, and it's like, Mr. Beast literally paid for like 5,000 people to not be blind anymore. This is like, how many people out there are blind and they just don't have to be blind? Like, they're perfectly capable of receiving the surgery to just not be blind, and like health insurance just refused to cover it. And it's like, really? Yep. Like, this guy can't be like not blind? Like,
because the health insurance doesn't want to pay for it. Because the thing that you pay for every month doesn't want to pay for it.
Yeah, it's like, is that not like crazy? Like, how this? I think this is something that would be one of the biggest difference makers you can make in somebody's life.
Yeah, no kidding.
And I've done a little bit of research into it because of the Mr. Beast video, so I watched it and some further video, and so it was estimated he spent about $5 million to cure blindness for people. And
for how many people?
I forget how many people exactly.
Let's see.
Let me look it up.
I think you said 5,000 at first, so while you look it up, I'll do 5,000 divided by, or 5 million divided by 5,000.
Well,
that's a
okay. So it was for 1,000 people.
Okay, it was for 1,000 people. That makes things a lot different. All right, so 5 million.
But the price, at least in the U.S., depending on insurance.
Yeah, that definitely is expensive, but still, for what's going on, making someone who isn't able to see $5,000, like, isn't
5 million.
That? No, I mean per person. I divided the $5 million he spent by the 1,000.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, per eye, the price would be about, maybe depending on how much insurance covers for you, but you could be spending like about $7,000 per eye.
Oh wow, okay, that's actually very expensive.
I thought it was like a total price, but that's just per eye. But then, like, a lot of cases, insurance will cover it down to like $1,000 or $2,000 per eye, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, so there is the option to have this be very cheap, and like you still just won't cover it, like blindness. Mm-hmm. And this is a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
none of us are like medical experts or like policy experts, but we don't have the fan base to reach out to us. But I would love to know why. What is the legitimate reason outside of the fact that they just don't want to pay that money? What is preventing it? What is preventing it? Why can't they do that?
Yeah, don't know why. I do know, like, I did some more research again, not all blindness can be cured, but blindness that could be cured was called cataracts, which is where, like, there's kind of like a layer in your eye where something gets in and clogs it up, makes it foggy to the point where you can't see. It's like a 10-minute surgery or just them kind of just taking it out. And then you can't see again.
Mm-hmm.
So why can't we just do this? Like, why?
Yeah.
Why do we just let blind people be out there like
still
that?
Still be blind. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know, it really is. I don't want to sound like, I mean, we could sound like super ignorant right now, but like from a layman's perspective, like, why? Like, seriously, why can't this happen? Why is this not more accessible? Why do we have to pay for health insurance if it's not going to benefit us? Again, that's another topic. whatever. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. Yeah, that's a very, 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 very valid point. And now I'm probably going to think about that a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
The one that crosses my mind a lot also still has to do with medicine. And I guess it goes into the conspiratorial realm. But, like, there's no way that this isn't a thing. It's 2024, soon. Technology, especially in medicine, is insane. Okay, you know, I don't have to say that. You don't have to be smart to know that, like, medicine is better now than it has ever been by a long shot. And we're still struggling to cure the world's most prominent and deadly ailment. We've got a hold on pretty much everything else for the most part, but the one big thing, cancer, we still can't do. Really? Let's be honest here. That's only a thing because of companies that just don't want to give up the fact that that means that people won't have to pay for treatments, won't have to pay for medication after medication after medication. Let's be real, dude. There's no way that this isn't the actual scenario, that there are big pharmaceutical companies out there right now that simply just don't want to lose the bag from all the sick and dying people by having them cured. So they're not going to be cured ever. There's never going to be, at least in my lifetime, a cure for this horrible ailment. Again, whatever, I sound like a nut, but like, come on. There's no physical way that we don't have the cure for cancer. I can bomb an entire village of people behind my computer screen with the press of a button in the military, and we can't cure cancer? Come on. There's no way. Millions of people die every year just because of greed. I mean, that's nothing new, but like, why?
Yeah, I don't know the exact science behind it, but actually something I did hear about is that a lot of like the modern like cancer research has been based off of some report back in the early 2000s where the author of it lied about her results for it, and that's where a lot of the funding's going on research kind of based off of that. And like it did come out that like she lied about it. It's like, well,
that's huge news, right? If that's true. I have
not
heard of that.
It's like, why? Like, would that not be talked about more? That was true, or it's just one of those things that'll just gonna sweep under their rug because it's like, well, we can't let people know this.
Yeah,
you know how much money was donated to find the cure, and it was all based off of a lie?
That's insane. I mean, I believe it if it's true. I really do.
Yeah.
I don't want to become the conspiracy hour here, but like, I mean, come on, man. How do we not have a cure for cancer? That's ridiculous. We should have had it now like 10 times over. And again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I don't know anything. But from a layman's point of view, this shit should have been cured a long time ago. There's like no reason why we shouldn't have been able to do that. Like we can safely, well, to varying degrees, but we can safely stop world pandemics over and over and over again. Countless times in history there have been pandemics, and we're still here. We're not all dead. Technically that could have wiped out the whole earth, every pandemic that's ever happened, but we figured out a way to stop it. We can't fight cancer. I'm sure I sound like a doofus, but like, it just boggles my mind that we can't cure cancer. And it has to be because of greed. It has to be. And if what you're telling me is true, I can't. I mean, how much more evidence do you need? Like,
yeah, I don't want to hear the excuse that like there's nobody holding back the cancer research because if they found the cure for cancer, they could charge however much money they wanted to for it. That's BS. There's no way they'd be able to charge whatever they wanted to for like to at least to compete with how much money they're making off of the treatments now. Like, it'll be expensive, but it won't be as much money.
Yeah. It sucks. It's weird times. And one last thing before we transition, I wouldn't be surprised if it was swept under the rug, if that's real. But what also wouldn't surprise me is we also live in a time where like we're just super desensitized to everything. B, we have no idea what's true and what isn't. So like when something is released, like aliens are real, 90% of the people in the population are like, I don't care. Whatever.
And also, it's like, I mean, no matter who's saying it anymore, for everything, people are like, is that true? Or like,
exactly.
Where's this coming from? Like, how do they do the statistics to get them to exactly that result?
Yep. This is exactly why I don't watch any or read any news, because it's like, how do I know what you're saying is the truth? I literally can't tell if what you're saying is the truth if I take your facts and then go cross-reference it with someone else and they give me something completely different, and then cross-reference it with someone else and it's something completely different, and then I read source material that's completely different, and then I read another piece of source material that's completely different. I don't know anymore, so I give up. Whatever. Just let the information fly over my head, because I'm never going to find the truth. It's annoying. Yeah. All right. Well, enough about that. We have to get back to what's more important. The real cure for cancer. What is that, Nathan?
So sometimes when you look at Halloween decorations, people have like spider webs and fog machines and stuff. Maybe like gravestones or like little spiders or stuff.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
You said you like the spider webs, right?
I love
the rope
I
ones,
love the
right?
spider webs. The cotton ball ones. The more cotton like ones, not the like fabric-y ones. I don't like those. They look weird. But the cotton ball ones, yeah, that's just a classic and like super effective
to set up.
Not really.
Yeah.
No. You just put it on a branch and then just spread it throughout whatever plant you want and just, drag it over. It's like a
trick to clean up as well, or?
Yeah, it's really not that bad to clean up.
It looks like it would just get stuck in whatever you put it on.
I mean, yeah, like you're not going to get like 100% of the fibers, but like I'm pretty sure it's like biodegradable or dissolves with water or whatever. So whatever's remaining will just get
dissolves with water, and they would all be gone after it rains.
I mean, we've had that problem before. We've had problems in the past.
All of it before?
A decent amount. We've put up the stuff on the bush, and then like it would have a heavy rain, and like 60% of what we just put out was gone. We haven't done these in a while, so I don't know if the dollar store cotton ball spiderweb technology has improved. But yeah, no, they definitely
got, like, carbon fiber ones now.
They definitely used to get dissolved in the rain.
That's interesting.
But yeah, I'm a big fan of that stuff. I kind of dare I say it might be my favorite category, just because I have the most like emotional attachment to it. And I don't know, to me these are Halloween decorations. The small tiny little knickknacks are like cool little like ambience enhancers, like a fog machine or like a strobe light. I wouldn't even consider a strobe light to be like a normal light. It's an enhancer.
Yeah, especially if it's made from spiders.
Yeah. Please don't. I completely forgot about that shit. Don't bring it up again, please. Oh my God. I can't believe you just hold on to these things, Nathan, and like you just like have them primed and ready to go, ready to fire at any moment. How do you remember these things? How do you remember? You're making me have a breakdown live on the podcast. How do you remember this?
Sometimes you got it, sometimes you don't. Like a pickle in a jar.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, I like this category a lot. It's a cool category. It's very like homey. It's like I don't know, it just feels the most real to me, most authentic. So for me, this is going to be number one.
Probably put it maybe number 2.
Okay.
Yeah,
before
I want to
we
change up my rankings a little bit.
Okay, before we go through the rankings, prices for this category, it's a little difficult because there's a lot of things in this category, but like, I don't know, spider webs you could get for $1. Smoke machines are anywhere between like 30 to $100.
Yeah.
The smoke,
I'm
the
sure you
smoke
could find a
liquid.
more expensive one.
Oh yeah, smoke liquid is like $15. I don't know how much strobe lights are. Prices are all over the place with this one because it's multiple things. So yeah. Okay. Well, what's your final?
So I think I'm actually gonna put like the kind of like the structures at the top. So yeah, the animatronics are really expensive, but then also with like the structures be like the spiders and the skeletons and stuff. I really like the spiders and the skeletons. I think they can be good for either being creepy or funny. So I think I put that number 1.
Okay.
Inflatables number 2.
Inflatables?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the spider webs because they're nice, but I feel like I might need a little more than just that. And the fog, well, even a fog machine, like the fog machine's not going to be as cool without something else to go with it.
Sure.
And then the last is like Christmas lights, but Halloween colors.
Yeah. Okay. For me, number 1 is the other category. Or then the knickknacks or the just weird stuff. Just like not the big stuff. I like this small little category. Then number 2 will be the animatronics and the figures, statues, whatever you want to call it. 3 will be the inflatables, and in the trash is the lights. I don't really care for the lights. Is that to say I'll never use lights in the future if I ever decorate? I mean, probably not. I probably will string up a light here or two, but it just doesn't seem necessary.
All right, nice.
Yes. Okay. Let's look at the future.
So the future we're looking at is actually the future of podcasting.
In case you didn't know, this is a podcast, so this topic really hits home.
Yeah, so there's some people may have heard about him, but there's the Pat McAfee Show, which is a sports podcast mostly about football. Like 90% of their content is about football. It was a podcast, and when he first started, so kind of like a pretty average looking podcast. But as the show got bigger,
when did he start? Sorry to interrupt.
I think it's about 5 years ago ish. Yeah, be something about 5 years ago. But so going from there, as the show gained traction and he got more money, he kind of changed up his look from being just like a podcast to being almost like he really is basically just watching a TV show, and he streams live on YouTube like 5 days a week. And recently, starting this year, he had a major contract done with ESPN where they will show his show live on ESPN for like the first 2 hours of his show. Then the last hour and a half would be on like ESPN2 and on the ESPN app. But they're letting him do all this while he still gets to be live on his YouTube account, completely live. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure exactly the schematics and the structure of the deal for what his YouTube monetization comes in. Mm-hmm. But the show has been successful from September 7th to 29th. He had a total of 242 million total views from all platforms. Each show would average 1.4 million viewers across all platforms, including YouTube. His biggest show had 1.9 million views, which was on September 15th. And the average viewer would watch about 44.5 minutes of the show per day. I just think this is cool to look at because it does offer like a potential look at how future business is done in like the podcasting industry. Because I think going in the future, people will look back at this deal and see like, okay, so we took like a live show that somebody is doing and has set up for themselves on like YouTube or Twitch or whatever other streaming platform out there. How could we present this on like our like channel on television, on our TV channel? And with the success of it, I think it kind of opens the door for more podcasts to kind of take the model and the format that Pat McAfee has used, and they can use it themselves. And it kind of shows like how you can go through with it. So, example I thought was like this could be like the future of like a late night television.
Which needs to be changed like yesterday. Those things that need to have died out a long time ago.
This could be the future potentially, because something like that coming up. But I feel like it would be really easy to take an established podcast and put that in there on like the time slot of like a late night TV show. It would be like very similar in format. But the thing is like the people, I think, could work because you will establish your fan base on YouTube beforehand. And then once you have that, the TV channel will look at you and be like, hey, what do you think about we give you this contract? And you can still stream your show on YouTube or whatever, but you also now stream on like live TV for that audience too. I think, I mean, I'm just putting this because I think this is a potential way to. I think another thing is maybe something like this could be how you find like the next Good Morning America or something like that as well.
Which is another show that needs to be changed. Shit's terrible, bro.
So
rots your brain.
I think it's cool that we get to kind of watch like this history happening, even though a lot of people might not even notice that or realize that this is potentially what's happening. Is this like historic deal?
We won't know until the future, obviously, but I haven't really seen. I mean, I'm sure there's other shows, podcasts rather, formatted like this. I'm sure it's not the only one, but I sure haven't seen any.
See, that's the other things. I think this, once people see the success he has, they'll kind of change up how they do their podcast to match this more. I think that's
so what you're saying is we should completely change up everything, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. Let's just copy and paste what he's doing, and it'll be the same thing.
Oh yeah,
it's like
for sure.
You'll watch his show, and then 5 minutes behind will be us doing the same exact things they're doing.
That's a genius idea.
Yeah, right? If it worked for him, why not us?
This is true. Okay, here's actually, this is, let's round out this topic and let's ask the question, the same question, or it's not really a question, just the future of podcasting, but for us, what does that look like? I think that's a little interesting thing to ponder on quickly. Me and Nathan have definitely discussed that we want to bring, cameras into the mix, and like have a place to sit down and film ourselves. That'd be nice. It's not impossible right now, but it takes some logistical planning and setting up, moving some stuff around, getting the proper gear to be able to, keep a camera pointed at our faces. It's not impossible, but it would require some planning, and life is busy, so I haven't gotten around to that, unfortunately. But that is something that we have talked about. What else would you like to try or change. I don't know. I'd love people to listen to the podcast.
Yeah, try and reach out more. I guess we'll have to
that would be cool.
Try and brand ourselves differently to get ourselves out there a little more.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to get out there more. Don't know how or when that'll
advertising.
Happen. Yeah, we have to figure that out somehow. We definitely want to advertise. We want to have sponsors. We need to have more guests on the show. It's been a while since we did that. And I think at some point I would love, this is pipe dream, a long time from now, but merchandise would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Get there someday.
Yeah, I definitely think we can. But yeah, I think, if you want me to bleep this next part out, I will. But if not, then I'll keep it in, so you let me know. But another thing that me and Nathan have talked about that we want to do is we want to make a second channel. Same brand, same us, whole lotta. But focus more on gaming. Kind of reminiscent of the old days of Inside Gaming or Funhouse, if you know what that is. And that could open up a whole new avenue for listeners and ourselves, because we obviously love games, and it'll give us more opportunity to talk about them and play them and hopefully engage with people and have a good time, hopefully, and maybe bring some information from our adventures there over to here to talk about. So do you want me to leave that in?
Yeah, sure. Leave that in.
Yeah, so that's something that we have plans to do, but again, we just got to figure out the logistics and of cameras and where it would be filmed and how and timelines and stupid boring stuff, which we will get to. But I guess the first step is I would like to figure out filming ourselves, then maybe not in this order, but filming ourselves, the channel, the second channel, and just more reach. I want more people to listen to this show. We're not just doing this to throw words out into the void. We do want people to be able to listen and hopefully enjoy. And there's a small amount of you that do, I guess, even though I still haven't interacted with a single person that listens to the show. So all of you are just robots in my brain. Apparently there's people that listen to this show, I guess, which is cool. If you're real, thanks for being real. But yeah, I'd love more reach. I'd love to have an audience. Obviously, who wouldn't? But yeah, it'd be fun. It'd be cool. We want to build a little thing. So hopefully we get the opportunity to do that.
Do you have anything else to say?
Outside of the basic spiel at the end, no. Do you?
No, nothing else.
Okay, well then, spiel. Thank you for listening. Thank you for making it to this point, if you have. We have a Twitter, still. No one follows it. Please, change that. You be the change that we want to see. At Whole Lotta PC on Twitter. I have a YouTube channel that is collecting dust. I haven't had time to make stuff, unfortunately. I've lost 2 or 3 subscribers. That's cool. But maybe check it out. Super Sealman 777. That is something I'd like to continue at some point, but my current unpaid internship is taking up a lot of my time. That's another thing. If you would be so inclined or interested in, if you're a car guy or gal or a dog or whatever, look up Broken Motorsports on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. We'd love for you to follow, tune in. We're going to be in Michigan this weekend for the Lake Superior Performance Rally, so stay tuned. Yeah. All right. I think that's... Oh, one last thing. I promised I'd talk about this briefly. I should have worked this into when we were actually talking about Halloween decorations, but apparently shout out to my girlfriend. Thank you for putting this out and having me hate people even more. Apparently there's this trend going around of this stupid ass jack-o'-lantern in Target named Lewis, and it's just like a jack-o'-lantern. It looks stupid. It doesn't even look like anything interesting. It's your typical Halloween decoration. And you could press its like hand or something, and it has like a select amount of voice lines. And there's one voice line where it says something along the lines of like, "My name's not Jack, it's Lewis." And for whatever reason, every single NPC in the universe is eating it up. It's blowing up, apparently, all over the place. So much so that I've never heard of it because we actually have brain cells, so that wouldn't slide across our desk. But yeah, apparently it's so big that Target has a blog. I didn't know that until now. Target had a blog post about this specific product because it's gotten so big. And my girlfriend works at a Target, and she has people that come in all the time and run up to the thing and press the button to get to the one voice line so they can cackle and then go about their day. It's not funny. It makes no sense. And you're straight up dumb. Oh. You're straight up dumb if you think it's funny. So that's my official statement. And if I've ruffled your feathers, cool. Have a good night. I love you. And don't forget to leave your tooth under your pillow so I can collect it and give you money.
That'd be cool.
Is that all, Nathan?
Yeah. I think so.
Okay. Well, thanks for tuning in. Have a good one.
Have a good one. Thanks for listening.
Bye.